That
It's 10 paces.
That's right. It's 10 Paces. The only show people can go to watch us be fools and draw stuff. That was not that was fine. We draw stuff for you. Silly prompts.
It was accurate.
Yeah. Silly prompts every week. Really, what more could you
8 p.m.
need?
Central.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah, just gotta tune in and sit back and watch.
Hang out
If you
and
ask
chat.
for any more, you're entitled.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to be entitled. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes you can be entitled to being entitled. And that's what you don't want. Or maybe do.
I mean, I wish. I wish I had some, sacred doctrine that allowed me to that entitled me to the things I want.
Oh man, you're getting very close to some world news that we'll hold off on talking about. How
Are we getting back into Zionism?
Do you not know about recent... God damn it. We'll talk about it later. It's spooky time. Out in the world and out in 10 Paces land. I forget what we titled our little zone.
No reprieve here.
Nope. No reprieveville. Is that what we landed on?
It is for now.
Yep.
For at least the next 6 seconds.
Yeah, there we go. So here at No Reprieveville, nope, I just wanted to include the name. Let's get on to the first prompt. I'm not doing well in this intro. So, I'd like you guys, you may have guessed by the music playing, Luigi's Mansion is a game near and dear to my heart. It's a spooky game. Some would say it's kind of like an arcade game. But I digress. I'd like you guys to draw me a Luigi's Mansion ghost for this first prompt, and I'm gonna give you about 20 minutes to do so. It is scary. It's spooky scary. There are no skeletons, as far as I know, in Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I think they all just kind of fell apart into bones.
They just swept them under the rugs. I actually really liked the third game. I thought it was a really good, I wouldn't say return to form, but just a really good entry.
Yeah, I got to play one little sit down as Luigi.
Oh, fun. I've actually never played as strictly Luigi.
That was my whole experience of it, was the co-op.
I think that'd be fun, but I don't know. I'm gonna get you guys going and we can continue this. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, draw.
Did that wrong. All right.
I've never actually played the second one.
That was the first one I played.
Whoa.
Yeah, because, I mean, I guess I played a demo on, a Target demo GameCube.
Yeah, I think it was
but
a
I never
launch.
owned... Because I was a child, and I had to, quote-unquote, buy my own games. By which, I had to work for allowance and do that, and... So the GameCube was the first console of that generation I got, and I got it because I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle at a friend's house, and so that was the only game I cared about.
That is a great game. At least I think so. Maybe not a good game, but it is a great game.
Yeah, like, I respect what it... I respect my memories of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Sonic games are always horribly unfinished, and I realize I never had a good video game taste at that point in my life.
You'll take whatever's in front of you.
Yeah, because it's the game you have.
Yep. There was something about, playing what you had.
Yeah,
all you
because
have.
like I said, I had to quote unquote pay for my games. And then not much after that, I had to work with my dad at, I think, starting at 10, helping cut lawns to make money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because apparently child labor laws don't apply if you're family.
Nope. That's how Chinese restaurants and whatnot get around it around here.
Yeah. And I guess in hindsight, he was trying to teach me work ethic, but
Right.
I think it developed a deep-seated hatred for work in me.
Maybe it did. Maybe it was the opposite of what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's parenting for you.
Ain't that just the way? Ooh, it's October, and what's more scary than drama?
Oh no. Do you want to know what's going on? Or do you have drama?
Oh, I said trauma.
Oh, trauma. Yeah, trauma is good for this time of year. It's hot.
Yeah. It's how the brain grows, unfortunately.
Yep.
Or how it develops wrinkles.
Trauma makes us stronger.
So yeah, what's going on?
Apparently there's been a invasion in, I think, Israel.
Oh, is it the Gaza Strip thing?
Probably, yeah.
I've only seen memes about it.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Fucking.
There's a whole ass war going on that has been going on, but
And this one isn't America's fault?
nope. No, this is the whole, we deserve this holy land, so give it back and leave.
Jeepers.
Yep. But they also still want their old current land as well. It's not like a trade or something.
No. Imagine that.
Yeah. So that's I can't.
Manifest Destiny Part 2.
Heck yeah. Never went away. Don't call it a comeback.
But no, you gotta side with Israel.
If you want.
Fucking. Never mind. That goes down a dark path.
You gotta side with Professor Egad. I don't know where he lands in the whole situation, but that's who.
Oh, he's actually an anarcho-capitalist.
Oh. He's a fucking anarch. I've been playing Vampire, and fuck the anarchs, I say, because they're not running the show right now.
That's the idea!
No, they want to run the show, though.
No, they want no one to run the show.
They want everyone to run the show.
They don't want there to be a show.
Life is a show. Just because you put a name on it doesn't make it less of a show.
Well, I guess, yeah, life is the show, but they don't want any showrunners.
That's sort of true. They establish smaller showrunners than one big one.
Ah, so they're like 80s punk.
Yeah.
I'm an anarchist because I put an A on my vest.
I had never played Luigi's
I
Mansion.
don't know what anarchy means.
I just like the A. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. It was using the Slayer font, and I got really into it.
Travis, are you drawing Earthworm Jim? Red Axum said
I
it.
guess. Oops.
Red Axum said if I'd never played Luigi's Mansion, I would say Travis is drawing Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I guess in some subconscious way. I mean, that's what art is. You know, you draw what you know. And when I was still very active on Instagram, which I'm not off for any real reason other than laziness, I followed Doug Tendapal, who created Earthworm Jim. And like he did these comics and I always found it very inspiring. Just very kind of out there, not quite rubber band, but kind of gonzo cartoon.
Yeah. He was just saying how similar they were. Not really encroaching on anyone's style.
No, I mean, I hope I'm not coming off as defensive.
No.
I know where my roots are.
Joe, yours?
I'm
Yours?
secure.
Okay. You think Doug did a big release last year? Like, Funny Man? Doug Funny?
Yeah, he was an artist.
He was. There's a new Quail Man out.
Oh, hell yeah. Quail Man number 54.
Yep.
Where he meets Ghost Rider.
Whoa. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I'd read it.
Joe, yours kind of looks like a rough number 2 from Kids Next Door.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You can totally see it with the face, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that... I feel like that might lead to collusion for what I'm doing.
Uh-oh.
But I assure you, these were done entirely independently.
I'm excited. We'll see. I've been playing a lot of Yakuza Kiwami 2 recently. Which is a
Which
remake.
one's Kiwami?
Kiwami are
Okay.
the remakes of 1 and 2.
I'm not super versed into Yakuza. Like,
Do you know
the only
anything?
thing that got it on my radar was Like a Dragon.
Yeah. Like a Dragon's good. There's a sequel coming out next year.
For Like a Dragon?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Like a Dragon's just how the series is now. It's just renaming it what it's called in Japan.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the actual like Yakuza tag was just Americanized because it would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I'll still be playing Baldur's Gate next year.
Yep.
That's my game of the year, all years.
Now, do you say that out of enjoyment or out of longevity?
Both. Like, as previously established, I had to restart. And so this game's been going a lot smoother. I'm actually a little more capable, but I'm also going into it with a lot more prior knowledge. I feel like if I did a video game stream, if I had time for that, I'd love to do a completely blind Dark Urge playthrough, because I hear they get additional game content.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I wanted to do one in my co-op run, but I just forgot. Until like 5 hours in, and I was like, oh, I'm not restarting.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys got about 9 minutes left.
Damn.
Well, we did do 20 instead of 30.
Gotcha. You been playing anything, Joe?
Just been playing a lot of No Man's Sky.
Oh, nice. I haven't gotten back to that since it launched. I hear it's very different now.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it was fun like back in the day, but it was missing something. But now it's it's finally what it needs to be.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was just pretty bare bones in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, it was very new technology at the time.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a No Man's Sky apologist. But I mean, it was really cool, interesting technology. They were trying to make a fun, innovative space exploration game, and it wasn't received well because of emptiness. But they developed a new engine, and so that's what it was. It was an engine development.
Yeah.
And that's one in my book of why gamers are some of the most entitled people.
For sure. Do you remember the Mass Effect controversy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a prime example of gamers bitching until they get what they want.
Yeah, and I mean, what other games at that point let you play 3 games in a contiguous storyline?
Right. Like nothing. What games now do that?
Yes.
Exactly. Maybe it's just too much of a money sink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's... Any kind of development is hard now. Everything's just so expensive. It's tough to put out a huge AAA project like that.
Yep.
But also because, worker exploitation and everything is a little more... Like, we weren't aware of it at the time. So, I'm honestly happy to take what people are putting out.
Yeah, I'm happy that...
Yeah, if you put out a tremendous platinum AAA game, then if everybody feels comfortable, like everybody on staff feels comfortable doing that, that's where my concerns lie. But I'm also older and saltier.
Yeah, what really bugged me is when developers were saying, "Oh well, to expect this level of quality from everyone is ludicrous," and I'm like, and they also said that you don't.
Oh, about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think it's that just sounds like
not a good
you want to be lazy.
Public image. It's petty.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you should just be celebrating.
I
get it.
I want to be lazy.
Yeah. But you're also not creating games for, hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
And
no, I get what you're saying.
You're not given the budget and time for that.
You don't need to come out and dismiss somebody else's achievement.
Right. They should have... I don't know. You can say that, like, I don't know. What they've done is tremendously impressive, and...
Yeah, celebrate it as a feat.
Yeah.
Like a
magnificent
feat.
You could then say, and to expect that out of everyone is, not going to happen. Don't say to expect that out of anyone else is not going to happen. That definitely spins it the wrong way.
Kind of see where they're coming from, but again, I don't support that view because, I mean, a lot of that in the creative industry, those kind of savants or the people who don't sleep kind of run the market because it's so freelance. And that's a tremendous issue. It makes it really hard to break into. I don't know a solution. Obviously, those people are going to put out some really incredible things, and I don't want to diminish that in any means. But I also want to be there. So yeah, maybe take more naps, creatives, I guess.
Or unionize.
Yes.
Just a thought.
Fucking unionize.
And they're working on it, at least somewhat.
Like, I don't want to speak entirely out of turn because I don't know how unions work. Usually it's very, like, job oriented. But, there's a lot of overlap. I think about that a lot at my current place of work. But that being 10 paces.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I spaced out a little.
There needs to be like I guess just a visual artist union that could encompass graphic designers, illustrators, and animators. But the only thing preventing that is that there's not like a
umbrella term.
There's obviously a huge industry there, but it's so disseparate.
Yeah.
And I guess a union should solve that, but it'd be so hard to run around and gather up all these tribes to kind of...
Sadly, that's what you have to do.
Get together under one umbrella.
I'm not saying that
Internet's here, everybody! Fucking, let's do it!
Not saying I've been looking up how to start one, but I definitely now understand the process a little better. So yeah, start it. It's not hard. But don't start it here.
I mean, I would...
Never dream of it, right? Yep.
Look left, look right. Never.
Okay, good. Got about a minute and a half left. Swear, if you guys unionize to get more time, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
Oh, good. Perish the thought. Perish the thought. Just throw it out.
A little bit of both. You can cherish it.
You can cherish it. You can preserve it. Just put it in a jar.
Yeah. Save it for later.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's got a fridge life of, months.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as the seal's not broken.
You're using those nice canning jars anyway.
I try.
I've also, just completely whatever, been playing Pokemon Unite recently.
Oh, yeah.
The MOBA one. It's fun.
A handful of friends get into that recently.
They've added so many Pokemon.
Cranefly, who has joined the stream before and also does some incredible music with portraits and landscapes, got into it, and they're not even a fan of MOBAs.
It's very approachable.
Yes. And what I love about it is that the games last
10 minutes at most, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice, especially when you're with just a terrible team or something. And you're like, just get me out of here.
Well, I mean, it's Pokemon, so you're playing with children.
Yeah. You can tell when someone's an asshole, though.
Yes. You're playing with children and sweaty tryhards.
Yep.
Is like the
two demographics.
Yes. I wish they did a little better at balancing, but that's never been Pokemon's strong suit.
Yeah. I picked up Mewtwo recently. He's so fucking strong. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's always the case. I played a lot of competitive Pokemon, and Mewtwo is allowed in the format I came up in. And, I mean, why the fuck do anything else? He can learn every move.
That's so broken.
Well, he can't learn every move. Mew learns every move. But Mewtwo's outrageous. I liked Machamp because fighting,
You might like
but
what the fuck?
wasn't
The
as
mosquito.
viable as a lot of other folks.
What's the swole mosquito? Swolva?
Is Buzzwole in it now?
Yeah.
I like how stupid that thing looks.
Yep. He's fun.
All the Ultra Beasts look fucking stupid, but like it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like a bad B movie. Like there's Guzzlord, who's just a giant mouth with arms coming out of it,
Haven't seen.
but also has like stumpy elephant legs.
No, I've never seen that.
There's a hot bug and an origami sword.
They have that one. They have like a shield and sword Pokemon.
Yeah. No, those are different.
Oh, my bad.
Maybe? Is it Ceruledge and they look like Mega Man?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're thinking of Aegislash.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Aegislash. I thought it was such a cool concept for a Pokemon, especially for a ghost steel. It's a haunted sword.
For sure. They've got a lot of cool Pokemon now. You should probably check it out if you enjoyed it at all.
I did. I played it a lot when it first dropped. I played a lot of Venusaur.
Yeah.
Machamp. And because Venusaur has two just wildly separate builds too, which I found really fun.
I love it when the characters have like 4 moves that you really like so that it doesn't feel weird or bad whenever you lose a move, or you can go any build that you want.
Yeah, it doesn't feel stale. And I thought that was a really cool mechanic, is that you have different build paths as you go.
That's one of the things I liked about Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
That is time, fellas. I gave you a little extra to color in and whatnot.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd get a background in, so I wasn't even gonna chance it, but...
Alright. Well, in true fashion, Travis, why don't you tell me about yours?
So you've got Luigi's Mansion. And then the second one, he goes to a hotel, right?
That's the third one, but yeah.
Third one's a hotel. Second one's a
tower.
Something else.
Moon tower or something.
So I figure this would be a phone game.
Okay.
Where Luigi goes to the executive lounge at an airport.
Nice.
In transit to the next game.
Oh, that's fun.
And this would be one of the steward ghosts who's dressed like a pilot but does not have a flying license.
So he can't even fly in his ghost form.
Nope, he's grounded.
Oh no. That's fun. Where would he find him exactly? Just in the cockpit?
In the executive lounge, if you fly a lot and you pay for that, diamond suite upgrade.
Okay. So he'd be at like the bar or something.
So it's just like it's a bar for rich people.
Yeah.
To hang out outside of the rabble of the usual airport hangout.
Gotcha.
Because hanging out in an airport lounge sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
Because it's just a cheaply designed place to hold a bunch of people while they wait an incessant amount of time to get on a very cramped air rocket.
Yep. Well, Travis,
I'd say this only having flown a couple of times.
It is just like it's a very cramped experience.
It's American mass transit.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
Not built for comfort.
Yeah.
Sort of built for anti-comfort. At least
Yeah,
for the
they don't
most
want
part.
you there.
Well, they just want you there and then gone.
Exactly.
They don't even. Some planes don't even get to like fully clean them in between flights and stuff like that.
Why would they?
Right.
You only have to deal with it for a couple hours. I mean, have you ever seen a bus?
What's a bus?
It's like a big car.
Like that crushes other cars and does flips and stuff?
Oh, not that kind of big car. It's like a plane, but on 4 wheels.
Yeah, planes usually have 3.
Yeah, this one has 4. And no wings.
What the fuck? How's it fly?
Funny thing about that.
What?
You're
gonna tell me
it
it
creates
doesn't.
the illusion of flying by having the wheels run on asphalt, which makes like these little roadways.
I don't think I understand, but we should probably move on. Joe, tell me about yours.
Well, this is pretty sure it's Gobber from the second game. I don't know. I've only played the first one a little bit, so I just found one that I kind of was digging. So found this guy. I didn't have enough time to give him a job or anything, but kind of got him all drawn up, and boom, big old fat ghost for you.
Nice. What do you think his job would have been
Honestly,
if he had passed
feel
the
like he would've
interview?
would have been some sort of cook.
Okay.
I feel like,
Yeah.
or maybe he was in like maintenance.
Maybe that's why he doesn't have a job anymore.
Ooh, yeah.
He was a cook, but then he died. The ultimate unemployment.
And I can't wait to claim unemployment. Well, Travis, I will give you 8 ghosts, and Joe, I'll give you 5 goblins.
Awesome. Love me some goblins.
Yeah,
You're
some
building yourself a
goblins.
wog over there.
A wog. I don't think you can say that, Travis.
I can.
Oh, are you part gobbo?
Come on in here. Forget who makes Dawn of War.
God of War?
Out of war.
Warhammer.
Oh, Eddie. Oh, fuck. Eddie Burbank.
Nope.
Eddie Guerrero.
Maybe.
Eddie Riggs.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
accept that.
Oh, sweet. Oh, man. All right. Well, moving on to a different sort of Halloween monster. Let's go on to zombies instead of ghosts. Did you guys ever play any zombie games?
Yeah. I played a whole bunch of them.
What's your favorite zombie game?
Oh, that's kind of a big question.
Joe, do you have a favorite zombie game?
Yeah, Joe, go.
I'd probably have to go with Resident Evil.
Which one?
What was it? I can never remember this.
If you tell me about it, I can
It's
tell you.
It's the one where you have crap. Now I can't even remember his name. Big old beefy dude, one eye, looks
One eye. Metal Gear Solid 3?
Snake Plissken.
he was in
Escape from New York.
I cannot remember his name. I feel so stupid now.
Redfield.
Was it
Nemesis. There we go. 'Cause,
So, 3?
Oh.
yeah, he's standing outside the jail, like standing outside
Resident Evil
the
3.
police station. He's like, you gotta fight him or you gotta run, and like it's pretty much if you fight him, you die. So
Isn't Nemesis the one with the rocket launcher, the big hulking dude?
yeah,
Isn't he in 2?
That's Mr. X.
Oh.
Mr. X is the one that
I got misdirected.
Mr.
Yeah,
X
actually,
is the guy with the hat, and he chases you around the police station. And you crash like a
That's
helicopter.
who that was!
Yeah.
I got arrested and there was a guy that kept touching me.
Yeah, that was probably Mr. X. Did he punch a hole through you?
No, the hole was already there.
Oh, you just sort of made use of it.
Yeah.
That's. I think. Have you told anyone else of this?
Easiest means of entry.
That's true. Easy access. Well, I hope you didn't have to see a doctor afterwards.
I can't afford that.
That's true. In this economy.
I'm doing art on Twitch.
Oh, maybe we'll get a couple dollars sometime and we can have you see a doctor.
Throw those bits so I can check my anus.
Alright. Well, my favorite zombie game growing up was Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So I would like you guys to make some anti-zombie armaments out of some random, household. I guess they were mostly like household objects and whatnot. Like you do soda cans, and you did have a bazooka at one point. But there's a bunch of fun little stuff, a little clown decoy, stuff like that. But some kids fighting zombies using some fun weaponry. It's the general gist of it. You guys want 20? You want 30?
Let's do... Joe, do you have a preference?
Honestly, I'm game for either or. I'm cool with whatever.
Let's do... 30.
30 it is?
Sure.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, draw.
No, hold on.
What? Oh, wait. You're right.
In Zombies Ate My Neighbors,
Uh-huh.
the items are pretty random.
They are pretty random. You're right.
I think we should assign them to each other.
Oh,
You never know what you're gonna get in the apocalypse.
that's a good idea. Let me restart that countdown, or the timer. How about you guys give each other some weapons to use?
Just anything? Like random ass, just anything?
Well, you know the whole
Yeah.
vibe of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
So, Joe, I'm gonna give you... Hold on, I need to look up the name of it. Do you have what you want to assign me?
I'm still just, gave it a quick browse. 1 second.
Oh, okay. Joe, I'm gonna give you a frizzball.
What the fuck is
Frizzball?
a frizzball?
Okay, so the flat one things, and then you throw it, or yeah, it turns
And
into
it
a ball.
turns into a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe knows!
That's good. I'm
Dig
glad he knows because he's
Aaron,
drawing it.
You ignorant asshole.
I am that.
All right. Hey.
It's okay.
How about I just give you something just ordinary, but also just think of something clever to do with it. Okay. Let's go with a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are ready then. In that case, restarting the timer in 3, 2, 1, draw.
Okay.
Won't lie, that was my first thought, best thought for for this prompt. But I also had a whole day's leg up on you.
That's true. Yeah, I've never heard of this frizzball. But I don't go outside, so.
Well, I know you watched Nickelodeon and G4 as a kid.
I did, yes.
And so it had to be infomercial to you at least a dozen times.
Oh, I'm sure. Let me look it up real fast. Nope, that's Fireball. I want Frizzball.
No, Frizzball's a lower level spell.
Oh, I kind of remember those. Huh.
We hear you talking to the crowd.
Do you remember Frizzball's crowd growing up? Sold them on Nickelodeon.
If you remember Frizzball, subscribe.
Press 1 in subscribe. We'll do a whole Frizzball episode just for you.
Honestly, would have been a better name for a koosh ball.
I'm sorry, what?
A koosh ball.
What is that?
They're like a ball made of fuzzy rubber strings.
That sounds awful as a ball. Is it a dog toy?
The GATE teacher, which stood for Gifted and Talented Education, which was just a place to put all the autistic kids in public school. In middle school, I had a bunch of koosh balls, and now looking back, I'm like, oh, that's called stimming, because it was something to keep us from trying to play with scissors as though they're switchblades.
Yeah, it's stimming or just keeping kids entertained.
Yeah.
I'm sure if fidget spinners were around back then, there would have been some of those.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of them basically was. It had a yo-yo string, and that one was much sought after.
Huh. It's weird how quickly fidget spinners died out.
I mean, they adapted into other devices.
That's true.
I know people have like the fidget rings.
Yeah, and cubes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what Rubik's Cubes always were.
Yeah. Well, it's also a puzzle, but it's only a puzzle until you know the moves.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I spend most of my time at work. I'm just doing
Rubik's Cubes?
octordals or crossword puzzles.
Oh, fair.
And they all just kind of lose their shimmer after a little while.
Do you feel smarter for it?
No.
Oh.
I try to make it into something meaningful. I'm like, oh, well, this clue has something to do with the real world. I better lock this one away. No, it's just all drivel. It's a way to pass the time. My work computer doesn't run Baldur's Gate, otherwise I would be.
Well, if you get do you have a stable internet there?
Eh.
I was gonna say you still might be able to stream Game Pass through, or stream Baldur's Gate through Game Pass.
My computer could not handle it.
Well, it doesn't have to be able to. You stream it through the cloud.
Okay.
It just needs a solid connection. I think you might need an Xbox controller or a controller that you can trick your computer into thinking it's an Xbox controller.
When I worked at hotel front desk, and my very good friend was my manager. He installed Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 on one of the front desk computers.
Awesome.
And so I spent a lot of Sundays doing that.
That's great. High feasible drop. I do see that one.
I forget what the one was for.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Remembering.
Nope. Don't remember. Think of Jackie Chan instead. What's your favorite Jackie Chan movie?
That's. I really like Drunken Master.
Drunken Master's really good.
Rumble in the Bronx, I like as a B movie because the ending shot is all of them running over a corrupt mayor with a hovercraft, and then just their arms in the air, and then the movie just ends.
That's so weird. That's like the ending shot.
Yeah, it's all of them cheering in the cockpit of a hovercraft, and then just credits.
I liked Spy Next Door. Remember that one?
I only by name.
I don't either. It was like a children's spy movie that Jackie Chan was like pulled out of retirement in the movie for or something. It was not
I did see the tuxedo.
the medallion. I don't. Wasn't the tuxedo like the tuxedo was like a robot suit or something?
Yeah, it was like Iron Man armor, but it
Okay.
was a tuxedo, and so it was like spy enhancement armor. So Jackie Chan could do a bunch of cool stuff while wearing a tuxedo, and the bad guy wanted to sell bottled water that would dehydrate people to death.
How did it have salt in it?
It had a spy movie villain chemical that would turn people into mummies.
Oh, okay. No, I have not seen that.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters while my parents saw Red Dragon.
Should have seen Red Dragon.
I still haven't.
I haven't either. I've never heard of it.
It's the sequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
It's not bad.
it sounds like it could be good, but I like Silence of the Lambs. I don't think it really needed a sequel, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Right. Doesn't matter if it needs it or not. Could it use it?
It's the franchising of everything.
Yep.
Art versus money.
Guess what? 11 times out of 10, money wins.
Oops. But isn't that what makes art art? Isn't that what makes it worth doing?
Money?
No, the fact that it doesn't make any money, isn't that
It depends on what
isn't that what
you.
makes it art?
No. People make money off art. In fact, that's one of the leading ways to laundry money. Or launder money.
Yeah, that's why high art's a thing.
Yep. It's just money laundering.
Yep. So, you have your friend who's an art appraiser who appraises your other friend's piece for $30,000, and then you donate that to a museum, and you've made a $30,000 donation.
Man. I'll make fucking.
What's even worse is Jackson Pollock, because Jackson Pollock was just a. I have mixed feelings about Jackson Pollock because, I used to just loathe him, but he got paid by the government to keep making bullshit, and so in one regard, I'm like, well, because they saw his very expressive, out there style as very anti-Soviet.
Right.
And so he got to keep making bullshit just to be anti-Soviet. And so at first I was like, oh, fuck that motherfucker, taking government money. But at this point I'm like, yeah, fucking take government money.
Yeah. That's less money
None of
they
it means
have.
anything.
They can just make more if they really want. Though they shouldn't.
I mean, I can never fully discern intent, but I have to assume he's just taking advantage of the government
Yeah.
in the ways that we all should.
You doing anything festive this month?
I sure am, Aaron.
I mean,
Or were you talking to Joe?
aside from this show.
I sure am, Aaron.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, like, are you watching any horror movies during the week, or?
Yeah. I have to. Remind me to look up the name of the horror movie I just watched in the break.
Okay.
Because I just watched a really good one. Because I put out a post.
Yeah.
Trying to get some good ones out, and I followed my gut, and my gut let me right for once. Earlier this year, I watched Barbarian, and that was fun. Other than that, we've got a big project in the works that you're privy to, Aaron.
Yeah.
As are you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun.
So
We're gonna make mistakes
keep an
and
eye
get
out for
messy.
that. Yeah, I hope that the idea is for it to come out before Halloween, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a really fun, cool endeavor, so keep your eyes peeled. And honestly, y'all will be probably the first to know here at 10 Paces.
Yep.
Beyond that, I'm officiating a wedding dressed as Uncle Fester.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah. Because it's an Addams Family themed wedding. They wanted me to do... The initial suggestion was that I do it as Cousin It, but is a blob of hair that doesn't talk.
Right. Kind of hard
then
to
it was
officiate a
Lurch,
wedding.
and is a Frankenstein who doesn't talk.
Yeah, kind of need a voice for this job.
Yeah. And so that's where I was like, I mean, yeah, I could do either of the initial prompts, but like, how in character do you want it? Because I imagine, because you're doing Addams Family and you want that Gomez Morticia kind of thing going on, like, you want it to be in character.
Right. If you're gonna go that far, you want it. Why go that far and stumble at the end?
Yeah. So now I'm doing Uncle Fester, and also, if y'all need somebody to officiate your weddings, I'm officiated in the Church of Life and Church of the Dude.
Hell yeah.
Gonna look at getting officiated in the Church of Satan. So, just covering bases.
Yeah, get as many churches behind you as possible, I say.
Also, in the spirit of spooky Halloween celebrations, what's... You know that guy who kind of made his online image by doing kind of awkward interviews?
Yeah.
I don't know. Guy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
He's got a movie coming out.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of this.
and it's Fathom Events is hosting one of their, kind of sparse release things.
Right.
And that's coming up on a Thursday.
Ooh. You know what that
at
means?
Ronnie's.
You're gonna have to go see it.
Yeah. And stream it.
Oh, I don't know if we can, but
I would never. Now, if it were an Avengers movie, maybe, but
never anything else.
we could go give it a watch and give you our earnest thoughts. I forget, because his online presence is called Bowser something, Bowser Vids, but that character has a distinct name, and so it's whatever that character's name is, and the Talisman of Destiny.
Jackie Chan?
Must be.
Hey, you talk about talismans. You know he's gonna be there.
Yeah. He's gonna find them now. He's gonna do somehow.
I don't think that was part of the Jackie Chan theme song.
It was part of one of the alternate end themes.
Oh.
The butt rock version.
I think I probably changed the channel.
Well, you missed the best ending theme.
Fuck.
The one that went Jackie Chan with the talismans. Gotta find them now. You always do somehow.
Wait, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah. They played it at the end of the big series arcs.
I've always wanted to go back and rewatch that show and I want to see it all the way through.
Yeah. I mean, it was very serialized. They had I guess that was one of my big introductions into serialization.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I digress. Joe, what are you doing for Halloween?
Probably nothing, honestly. Probably just be sitting at home.
Alright, I regress. Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan. Did you watch The Talisman, Jackie Chan's Adventure?
Yeah, I watched The Talismans. I watched the 8 Demons. I watched the ones where the talismans turned into actual animals, and I watched the ones where talismans and demons merge for some reason. I watched 4 seasons of that nonsense.
It really just kept on going. I remember the main bad guys turn into dragons for some reason.
Yeah.
I was just surprised at the continuity that it just established and kept running with.
Yeah, that was hard to do for a Saturday morning, but
yeah,
they already had Pokemon running for a minute, so that the fact that anime became established in the States established continuity for all of American animation. Why are you booing me? I'm right!
Oh, I would never boo you. Why would I ever do that? That's so mean. Now I will tell you.
Why would you do that? That's hurtful.
That's cruel. You've got about 10 minutes left.
Ah, jeez.
I know. Jeepers creepers.
Where'd you get those people?
I got them from Clarkson Eye Care.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, my creepers. They're really showing.
Those aren't creepers. Those are store brand. Those are croppers.
You're right. I didn't cheap out on these. These are grade A American
you didn't cheap
croppers.
on those peepers?
Nope. These are grade A American grown peepers.
Ah, that would be such a great name for an affordable brand of glasses. Cheapers.
Cheapers. Cheapers peepers. Like as cheap as a guy? No, it's just our price. $4. We'll get you some glasses.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna start a charity. Charity peepers, cheapers. I got a little too carried away in our dialogue here.
Yeah.
Really got sidetracked from
From what?
the main ambition, the drawing. What the people really come for.
Oh yeah, did you set your pen down and you really thought about your answers?
Yeah.
It's okay.
As you could tell by my just artful college deliberations.
Hey man, if I had to grade your deliberations, I'd give you an A+.
Ah, jeez. Can you anachronistically teach me in college so that I can pass?
Done, I already did.
Oh, wow. I don't need to do 10 paces. I have a doctorate.
Yeah, go ahead. It was in you the whole time.
Oh, you're right. One of my fellow med students put it there.
Yeah, you were training him, and you told him, now this doesn't go in the body, and then he just heard this goes in the body.
Yeah, well, he was just listening to Kesha's hit song Timber.
Where she goes in the body.
No, it was just out at the time.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of pop songs, I don't even know if it's a pop song. It might be a Disney Channel song.
Uh-huh.
I've just had like a song from my past stuck in my head, and I don't remember where it's from. And maybe you can help me.
Sure, if
Everybody listening at home, can you help me?
Probably. Let me pause.
It's the one that goes, "This is real, this is me, this is truly who I'm supposed to be."
Camp Rock?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it a Joe Jonas song?
Might be. It could very well be Camp Rock.
Yep, that's what it is.
Is it Demi Lovato?
Yeah, I've always been the kind of girl that hid my face. So afraid to tell the world what I've got to say. But I
That
have
makes
this
sense.
dream right inside of me.
I thought it was like an actual pop star, and I was gonna tear into those lyrics, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not a rock, not an actual pop star at all.
Well, I mean, she became an actual pop star, but she did not write that music.
Well, you don't know if she writes her music now.
Well, I mean, if I were a betting man, I'd say no, but
Yeah.
I also don't think she does music now.
I really couldn't tell you. I didn't
Not
recognize
after
the
the
name.
whole meth thing.
Yeah, people don't like meth in the music community. They really frown upon it.
Weird, because they're usually so open about everything else.
Yeah, meth is... They lost their brother, so...
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Music himself lost his brother.
Yeah, music lost his brother. It was very tragic. That was the day the music died.
Oh. Well, I mean, I did drive my Chevy to the levee.
Yeah, but it was dry.
Yeah, that's because we live in Missouri.
It was, yeah, those 100-degree heat days. I'm so glad that the heat's been down.
Yeah, I wish there were some interstitial.
Yeah, there was none.
You know,
it was just, here's summer. Well, I guess here's the beginning of winter. It gets up to like 70 some days, but it's already getting down to like 35.
It just makes it impossible to plan for the day.
Yeah.
Some jackass at my job turned on the heat, but turned it on instead of auto.
Oh, God.
So it became 80 degrees in an office building.
Became a sweat lodge.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, that is an easy mistake to make. Also, just, I don't know, look. Not you, him.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking. I've been so busy just working on machines because, outside of this job, I've experienced this exact sentiment in a lot of aspects of my life with like past roommates and stuff. There are people who think machines are just magic things that make the thing happen.
That's very much not the case.
And they don't understand that there are components that go into making these things happen. And so it's just like, oh, the thing didn't happen. The whole thing's busted. And I'm not going to do anything about it. It's just the thing didn't happen. Oh well.
Well,
like, read a book.
Yeah. Maybe just, try to think.
Yeah, that's my thought on the matter.
Yeah. It's a valid thought. Here's another one. You got about a minute and a half left.
Sounds like you thought like an idiot.
I did. Exclusively. But that's not my problem.
Yeah, I know it.
Actually, my favorite horror game, or at least one of my favorite horror games, is Deadly Premonitions.
Oh, yeah, that's the Twin Peaks one, right?
Yes. It's a Twin Peaks-inspired horror third-person shooter where... What? Oh. It's really good. It's really fucking weird. Have you ever seen Twin Peaks, Joe?
No.
Oh. It's just a surreal horror thriller, like mystery thriller.
Are you familiar with David Lynch?
I don't know. I feel like I'm having a complete brain just blank right now. The name sound familiar?
He directed the original Dune movie, and then obviously Twin Peaks. He just has a very weird,
just weird style,
like very avant-garde style. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that, but yeah, kind of familiar. Yeah.
Okay. It's just a very weird game. It's inspired by that, so it takes a lot of cues from being very sort of off-putting is the wrong word, because it's not really off-putting, but it does feel off.
It's uncanny.
Yeah.
Like, you're familiar with the Uncanny Valley?
Mm-hmm.
It's where the term comes from, like, whenever something looks very close to human, but just a little something's off. Like it's based off of a graph of human recognition.
Yeah.
Where, like, a sketch of a human you can identify as a person. Like, lower on the graph, you can identify an anime person as a person. But the closer you get to realism, it keeps climbing until one dip before realism, and that's the uncanny valley, where it's just something so subtly off that it triggers kind of an unease.
Yeah, it just breaks the illusion.
Hello. I'll have to check that out.
It's okay.
And that's what David Lynch does with his directing style. Like, everything's just so subtly weird.
Yep. It's cool. Not a lot of people can do that. Well, Joe, are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
Travis, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why don't Joe go first? Tell me about your bit.
What we have here is a bit of a frisbee ball, but when you switch it down, there's some blades that pop out from the sides, so you fling that about and cause some destruction.
Nice. It's kind of like Odd Job.
Oh yeah.
And then Travis, go ahead and tell me about yours.
So it's just a fire extinguisher, but how it realizes in the game, I try to draw the girl character from the game.
Yeah.
But use it to spin around, so you use the fire extinguisher to propel yourself, while using the base of the fire extinguisher as a club to kind of cleave everything around you.
Nice.
Excuse me. I love it. I will give, Joe, I'll give you 9 goblins, and Travis, I'll give you 18.
18 goblins?
18 ghosts.
Oh, what's the exchange rate?
Well, I actually think goblins do have some ghosts in them, I'm told. So it really depends on how much you value freshly squeezed or not.
Freshly squeezed goblin is mostly piss and cum, so...
And ghost.
Highly.
Okay, well...
Like, ghosts would just be ectoplasm, right?
Yeah, I think the piss and cum is like the byproduct, the diesel fuel of the goblin. And what you really want is the ghost. Yeah, that's the tasty nougaty inside. We'll be right back. It's bathroom time, fellas.
Speaking of piss and cum.
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone.
So, Joe, I appreciate you being so kind-spirited in such a grim time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously all here to see Dakota off as we lay him to his final rest.
Yes, and God said to Abraham, "You will kill your son." And Abraham said, "I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're going to have to speak into the microphone." Check, check, 1, 2. Johnny, pull the high end out. I'm getting a little bit of a hiss back here. That's all I got.
Beautiful. I cried
God said,
just now.
Abraham, you're a little bit of an audio diva.
It sounds fine. Get off your high horse.
This is literally an open mic.
I tested it myself. It's fine.
Sorry, I went all Family Guy there, but yeah, anyway.
It's okay. You're allowed. Well, actually, I don't think it is okay. I think it's going to require some punishment, some correction, maybe. Is that what they considered it in the medieval times? Some correction?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chasement.
Yeah. Repentance, maybe.
Yeah.
This
Attitude adjustment.
brings me to a new idea. How about you guys draw me a Castlevania boss based off of a torture device? Does that sound doable, or is that gonna be putting you through the stretcher?
I don't know. I don't know many torture devices.
Oh well, good news. I'm well versed in them for some reason. I've just got
geez.
some really weird. I mean, I told you I've been looking for Halloween decorations.
That's fair. And torture's pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's only really socially acceptable to put a guillotine on your lawn for 1 month of the year.
November.
Yeah. The month of the proletariat. Yep. But don't worry about it, Travis. I can give you a torture device. Do you know? Well, I did mention a guillotine. Do you know what a guillotine is?
Just for trial or just for keeps?
I mean, if you really like it, like if I see you use it and I see that little spark in your eye, you can have it.
Little glimmer in my eye and glimmer in the...
Glimmer of the blade.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta keep those guillotines well oiled. You'd think, you know...
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I stay lubed.
Good. I know that you'll take care of it. But yeah, you can do a guillotine for this one. And Joe, let's just keep it simple. I'll give you an Iron Maiden.
Okay.
So yeah, draw me a Castlevania boss based off of either of those two. Granted, they've both probably been done.
Guillotine.
Oh, you don't? I mean, they're pretty good. They slay.
I don't know. They're pretty up and down though.
Pretty up and down. They've had their goods and their bad albums. I'll agree with that. They're a little cut and dry sometimes. You guys want a full 60 for this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I gotcha.
Works for me.
60 on the clock in 3, 2, 1, draw.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I go right in with those lines.
Oh damn, that's some
Not
thick
quite
lines.
like that though.
God, I haven't seen lines like that since I don't know. I haven't seen lines like
Setting
that.
up for a Family Guy joke there.
Yeah,
That's me, but
I haven't seen
Better.
lines like that since Barbara Bush in the White House.
you know what they called it, the White House. It's just leading in from the line. It's a drug joke.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, look in the mirror. What do you see? You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for popping in, Feasible.
Gotta pull that chat back up. Hi, Feasible. Yo, bros.
Feasible, what's your favorite horror movie?
Yeah, what's your favorite horror movie?
I'm sorry. What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh yeah. You gotta say scary, or else someone might mishear you and think you said horror movie.
Oh yeah, and mine's The Fat Man.
The Fat Man. Really?
The Fat Man.
Oh, the Fap Man. All of mine are homemade, so you probably haven't seen them.
You're an archer. You like to critique your own performances.
Yeah, I can only jizz to myself.
That's why my room's made of mirrors.
My whole house is made of mirrors. Some people don't really like it.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, Travis, you're one of those
I judged
people.
you at first for buying a fun house, but I see the appeal.
Do you know what the rent is for the funhouse? They pay me.
Oh, in tickets?
No, no, they pay me in like kettle corn. But it's
I mean, the market these days.
well, it is the kettle corn that they were gonna throw out because it's not even 1 day old. They actually reuse it every day, so it's 2 days old.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of kettle corn. I guess that's all of carnival food, honestly.
Yeah, they don't even pack it up from the day before.
Yeah, as long as you keep it warm. It's like medieval stew rules.
I mean, that is kind of how gas station rollers work too.
Yeah. The modern peas porridge hot.
This taquito is just right.
I'm so happy you were there with me, Feasible. Also, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I was too afraid to watch it as a child. It's one of those ones that got to me as a scared little boy. I watched it again recently, and it fucking rules. Also, the reason Ernest Scared Stupid got made is because that studio got all of the costumes from Killer Clowns, but they had to repurpose them for another movie. And so all the costumes from Ernest Scared Stupid were repurposed Killer Clowns costumes.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
That's so great. It makes me think of Majora's Mask.
Yeah! You just reuse the assets you have on hand.
Yep, that's how they spun out a Zelda game in 9 months.
And honestly, like, one of the more innovative...
Oh, for sure. They didn't even get to do all that they wanted to. They wanted to do 7 days instead of 3.
Oh, jeez.
Just didn't have enough time.
What other games, especially at that time, had like a time cycle like that?
I guess you wouldn't count like Harvest Moon or something. And like,
I mean, like,
Dead Rising was later.
Yeah. Harvest Moon doesn't have like a time-based quest cycle.
Not nearly like that. I mean, what that kind of thing is, and I've talked about it so many times before. It's called oh my god, now I can't remember. There's a certain style of games where the world persists and acts on its own regardless of player intervention.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple games like it, like the most recent Prey game does that, where everyone's on their own little like set storyline, and that will play out no matter what, and that'll change if the player gets involved, or it won't. Like how you would never in Majora's Mask, you would never do the whole God, I wanted to call him Kefka. His name isn't Kefka. The guy that got turned into a kid, and it's the whole romance.
Ben drowns.
What? Okay, yeah, cafe. That's what I wanted to say.
That means coffee.
Yeah, and adults can't drink coffee. I mean, kids can't drink coffee, so.
Adults can't drink coffee.
Yeah, they're stuck.
This is a headache.
Yep. It gives me the runs. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. I hate myself. Because you get hyper with coffee, yeah. The world is
Gets
with
me
you.
wired.
Oh,
That's why I stick to pure cocaine.
Well, I think the world ends
Cleaned with bleach.
I think the world ends with you takes place over a week or two or whatever. Takes place over a set amount of time, but it's not exactly a how do I want to phrase that? It's not exactly real, like it's sort of real time.
Does it have an ongoing time limit though?
through like story beats.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like,
'Cause-
as far as I remember, just a timeline. Oh,
I got duped into that with Baldur's Gate 3. It doesn't have a timeline. There are just certain things that are time sensitive.
yeah,
And I mean, I still give it immense praise for doing that. Like, not letting me just long rest whenever I please. But having played through it a second time, I'm kind of breaking the illusion, I guess.
you're right. Yeah, you can definitely, for the most part, just take too much time doing too many rests. But I mean, you could do that in D&D too, and it's up to the DM to somehow get around
Yeah.
players just sleeping in the middle of a dungeon 7 times.
Yeah, but I felt like the inclusion that would not always be the case really broke it out of other video game components, because we're so used to them working on like a Boolean based system where it's like, you know, long rest, do this mechanic to do the thing. But no, there can be things going on where you can't always do the rest.
Right, where it's unsafe, or something will happen if you do not do it in time.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of games will tell you you can't sleep here.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Fucking gremlin.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can actually suffer storyline consequences for just taking a nap, I thought was a really cool mechanic.
I agree. I had one where a guy was trapped and there was poison, and if I left him, he was they were like, oh, he's gonna die. And if you just go to sleep and come back, he's definitely dead.
But he's dug out.
yeah, they did dig him out.
Yeah, I had to do that in my first playthrough where I was massively underleveled because I could not.
That fight
beat
was
that
so
fight
fucking
by
hard.
Any means.
I
tried and tried and tried.
I just ended up shoving people into lava.
I tried.
I just said fuck it to their loot.
People were strong enough.
Yeah, I save scummed. That fight was just so fucking hard. I
tried, but I didn't get any hirelings, and I only had 2 companions at that point.
Yeah, that was from your,
because I missed
super
all of
underleveled.
my companions.
I'm glad that you went back and got more of them, because I feel like you really were missing a good chunk of the game by not having those people to talk to.
Oh, absolutely. But because I went to the Goblin Camp as like the first encounter of the game, it cut out so much of the storyline that I didn't have the opportunity to actually meet most of the companions.
That's so cool that they let you do that, but also pretty scary that there's like...
I would say it's... I don't want to call it short-sighted. It's coding brain.
Yeah. They could have given you some warning, like, hey, maybe we need to go find some other people.
They do that between acts for sure.
Yeah.
But like, also that has a lot to do with the world building of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, I can't compare them to Nintendo with Tears of the Kingdom.
Right.
Because you never feel... If you ever feel just completely outmatched, you have
off.
30 other things to do. Yeah.
That's what I loved about Elden Ring. For the most part.
I haven't played it.
Oh, man. We'll have to get you into it sometime. Just come over, we'll bust out a couple hours.
I mean, that's how I got that one time into Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Was playing the Dark Souls drinking game at the Kirksville house.
We don't have to do that unless you want to. The Elden Ring drinking game.
Let's turn into content.
You could.
Travis dies of alcohol poisoning. Not clickbait.
Can he beat Margot?
Let me solo her.
Let me solo her.
Oh, that'd be funny if I had a solo cup.
Oh, that would be funny. Maybe we could get a sponsorship. Solo cups.
From Let Me Solo Her.
Yeah. I recently started
I
a.
forgot to look up that movie I watched. You
Oh,
recently snorted
yeah.
what?
I forgot to tell you over break to look up that movie. I recently started replaying Elden Ring, actually. I started a samurai file with Thor.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. We figured out that the PS5 has a feature called an accessibility controller where you can basically make another controller the same input as the another one, so you can have two controllers be player one. And so
Oh, fun.
you can play at the same time or trade off without having to like actually hand over a controller.
Neat. So you can fuck each other up.
You could fuck each other up. And we have.
That was my favorite part of that Wii U Mario game, the side scroller. Where if you had the Wii U pad, you got to play as an asshole.
You just get the asshole character.
Yeah, you get to. It ended up being us mostly just putting up barriers to keep the people from progressing. Where you're supposed to be able to help them.
Yeah, you get jumps and
in
shit.
tight spots, yeah. I still haven't watched Mad Gods. Like, I just... Alright, I vow to you. I vow to myself and to all of you out there.
Yeah.
Outlaws. Before this month is done, I am gonna watch Mad Gods.
Okay, we're gonna hold you to it. What happens if you don't?
I will have saved 3 hours of my life.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know, playing more Baldur's Gate, I guess. But,
You'll force yourself to have fun.
but Mad Gods, like, I've been wanting to watch it since I heard about it in 2018, and it's just... The more, like, when it finally became available for me to watch, I stopped having 3 hours set aside for it.
What is it?
It's a 3 hour stop motion animated film from what's the director's name? I gotta look this up. Phil Tippett.
What did they make before that or after?
Let me look that up.
Because I don't know the name at all.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is it like a parody or anything? Is it a funny movie?
No, it's a horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so it's just like this big, very esoteric, like, stop motion romp. And everything's very gory. It's like very... I'd say it's like a bloodier Geiger kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Where the whole world feels very fleshy. But I also haven't seen it yet. But I've also been wanting to see it for eons and ages.
Well, now you have about 20 days to see it. About 3
Shit.
weeks.
I regret what I've done.
No? Well, if you just
I'll
watch,
figure it out.
just watch about 20 minutes a day, and you'll get it done.
But then I'm not taking in the most of it.
No, you are, and then you're committing it to your long-term memory instead of your short-term.
Yeah.
So really, you're just trying to remember it more.
Shit, I'm losing so much time with this drawing, but I gotta know.
Hey, you've only lost a couple minutes.
No.
No luck.
If only I had some way to see what I just watched.
If only. Horror movie I always loved is Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. In my opinion. Carly Rae Romano said they loved Moulin Rouge. I don't think that's a horror movie, but I'll accept it anyway. Horror movie. That's right. It is.
Love is horror.
Yeah. No, that's a horror movie, not a horror movie.
Ah.
Here's this Pretty Woman. You ever seen Pretty Woman?
I have.
Yeah, that's a
On
good.
stage.
Yeah, at the at the Drip. I had to think what's the worst name for a strip club that I could think of. The Drip is pretty bad.
I'd go there. Sounds classy.
Oh, it's the it's the ideal amount of class that you would expect at a strip club. Don't make me bring back the cum racks. 'Cause I will. I'll bust them out. We got them in back. Just
Okay,
all packed away. Yeah?
The Night House.
The Night House. I'm sorry if you expected a payoff there, because I don't know it.
I don't know. It was just a really cool horror movie about grief. Because I had so many, like, from that post where I just asked for horror movies to watch, there were 1,000 recommendations.
Yeah, did you watch
And I watched one of them over the weekend.
Was it sick?
No.
Oh.
It was a Welsh film about, honestly, about a woman dealing with grief, but kind of going to occult measures to deal with grief. And it was just so, like, shot in one location and very tense, I guess. Like, one of those movies where you're kind of driven to the point of madness along with the characters.
Yeah.
But it was done really well.
Would you recommend others to watch it?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Assuming I'm getting the name right.
I would hope. But, I mean, they can probably find it with the
You do.
synopsis you've given.
And if you're the one who recommended it and you just happen to be in the chat, correct me where I'm wrong.
Or validate. Have you played much Castlevania, Joe?
Only a little bit, a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Travis?
A little bit later in my life. It's not one of those I grew up playing with.
Yeah. They were always too hard for me growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now they're still pretty hard. But I like the newer style of Castlevania more, the Metroidvanias.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. I think the platforming ones are just impossibly hard. And it's just that I don't stick with them long enough.
Well, I mean, that was always the style.
Yeah.
It was just... there wasn't the format to kind of go off of, so...
They were still going off of the quarter-eater mentality. The game has to be hard for longevity.
And that persisted way longer than it should have.
Yep, because I mean we had fucking save battery packs in the Nintendo in the same generation for like Zelda. So
Yeah.
the technology was there to not need the difficulty. But even when I think I don't know what Castlevania was the first one you could save in. That'd be a good question.
Look it up. I'm not looking it up.
Yeah,
I've
you
spent
already.
too much time looking bullshit up. Joe, what do you look for in a horror property, like, just across the board?
I don't know, with like movies and such, like horror, it has to be more of a, I don't know, kind of a practical thing. Like it could, honestly happen. That's why, like when I was a kid, that's why Halloween like scared the absolute piss out of me, just because of like the idea of just some nut job wearing a mask. But then also later down the road, when I found it was a Will Shatner mask, I'm like, okay, that's not scary anymore. But
Honestly,
still just
like, I mean, if you're in the realm of it could happen, I think that's so cool because yeah, it's just a psycho who got a Halloween mask and turned it inside out.
yeah, it's like he's not hopping into dreams, or like he wasn't, cursed at some lake. And that, like, I do love like Freddy Krueger and Jason and all that, but when you throw in like the whole supernatural like ability to like kill someone in their dreams, or like they can just keep coming at you with, they can blow them up with a fucking tank and they still walk at you, like, no, that's where I'm like, okay, that's not that's not scaring me.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of the issue of franchisement comes into it, where money conflicts with art.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess good for them. They made a bunch of Hollywood folks happy enough to keep making their movies, but Halloween was never meant to be like a Michael Myers franchise. It was meant to be an anthology of just different little horror vignettes that happen over Halloween. And so 1 and 3 are the truest of the series, and 3 being the Season of the Witch, where like the masks, do the Goosebumps thing and
Dude, that
take
song
over
still,
the children's.
oh my god. Even though like it really like it still had like that like ability to like kind of creep you out, but it still that music from that movie still creeps me out.
Yeah, it's creepy, it's annoying, and I think it does its job in that regard.
Like, damn, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. But just the felt like I don't know, spoiler alert, but the fact that there's like
I think there's a time frame on spoiler alerts, and we're well past it for this movie.
like for that one, like there's like there are robots like attacking the guy, so it's like what? Okay.
Yeah, it got a little out of hand, and I mean, you gotta factor in production cycles to everything, because a movie has to be produced, it has to be, funded by somebody, and that's where a lot of the conflict happens. And so the fact that they had to make a Halloween 2 featuring Michael Myers, I think conflicted a lot with the direction of the third one. But I mean, I can't say for sure, because like Creepshow, it could have just been a poorly written vignette.
That's true.
Because like Creepshow had some bangers. The first Creepshow movie, like, I think to this day makes me scared of swimming in lakes. Do you know the short story I'm talking about? The short film?
I do not.
I think so. It's a bit of a creep show, like, but I mean, I don't know. I might not have seen that one.
In the first Creepshow movie, there's a little vignette where it's a bunch of like college age kids who go out into this lake dock and go out to their party, much in horror movie fashion. But this giant like blob floating on the surface of the water comes and keeps them from leaving the dock, because the first person tries to swim past it and it starts picking up speed and just like digests them.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
And
Yeah, definitely.
so it just keeps on going like that. So they're all just swimming, having a good time, and then this like blob monster kind of ruins everything by
Existing.
eating them.
Yeah.
Which honestly would ruin my float trip too.
Yeah, I wouldn't have much fun after that.
Yeah, pretty big bummer, lake monster.
Yeah.
Well, is the lake monster gonna chill?
Maybe after it eats all those kids.
Well, yeah, as long as it doesn't eat me.
Yeah.
And then I can have a new friend with the lake monster. We can chill out and eat more swimmers.
Yeah. Rip a fat J with
LM.
the pond scum.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna call him Pond Scum. That's his new name.
No, it's okay. You're pond scum. You like it.
Post some Instagrams together with my buddy Pond Scum. And there's just like...
Also, funny enough, the name of my pot dealer.
Are they the same person?
The one who ate all those people at the lake and my pot dealer?
Yeah.
There's no evidence to prove that.
That's true, and we don't really need to disprove it. Have you ever seen them in the same room together?
I mean, in a sense, but like, are any of us really in a room?
Well, if you're gonna be like that, then we're all in the same big room.
Nah, Pond Scum's always like that, man.
Oh, well, sounds like a kind of annoying person to be around.
Yeah, also when he eats all my friends at the lake, it sucks.
Why?
Because I brought all my friends to the lake and we were gonna hang out, and then I just gotta hang out with Pond Scum all weekend.
Well, yeah, but man's gotta eat.
I guess, but I mean, I brought that cooler full of Jimmy John subs.
I thought that would suffice, but
Yeah, but then your friends ate them. That's why they smelled like Jimmy John's. It made them hungry. And then nature took over.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, back then they used to have the alfalfa sprouts, so... And I mean, if we're talking smells, Pond Scum, alfalfa sprouts, pretty similar.
Pungent, yeah. You guys got about 28 and a half left. A little over halfway done. I've played some Castlevanias, though. My favorite is by far the Game Boy Advance game Aria of Sorrow, which was originally going to be a sequel to Symphony of the Night. It sort of is.
I don't know Aria. Are they from Birth by Sleep?
They're from Dream Drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're sort of a like data version of Alucard.
Who do you play as in Arya?
Soma Cruz. You don't even play as an Alucard.
Soma Cruz?
Yep. SOMA
Fucking
CRUZ.
80s edgelord. Yeah, I read Brave New World.
I didn't. Were they from that?
That's where... I don't know if that's where Soma comes from, because Soma comes from... I think it's more of a psychological term.
Probably.
But there's a drug in Brave New World called Soma.
Ooh.
But that's where the game got its name from.
Sorry, I was listening to Aria of Sorrow and it got to the sound effects video. I gotta find something else.
Where it's just all of them
It's like hit noises
in
and
like
stuff.
a bitmap.
Yeah. Symphony Night's also really good. That one's balls hard, though. Aria of Sorrow is pretty easy. If you want a Castlevania that you can beat, try Aria of Sorrow.
Yeah, I'll try Backyard Castlevania. I'll play as Pablo.
Yeah, you can if you want. You can try. Something cool about Aria of Sorrow is that you can equip souls, and every enemy has the chance to drop a soul that is specific to them. So, like, if you get if you remember the Fleamen, the little tiny green guys that hop around and throw daggers, you get a dagger throw or a Fleamen summon.
How neat.
It was cool. And you get to mix and match 3 souls.
That's fun.
Yeah. There's a Game Boy one called Curse of the Moon, where you have 10 tarot cards arranged in a 2x5 or whatever, like 2 rows of 5. And you can combine any of the 2 one top and one bottom cards to do different effects. And it's pretty neat and apparently very broken by speedrunners.
Oh, I bet. Like, they especially for a Game Boy game,
yeah,
they're not balancing it.
No.
They're not putting out any hot fixes.
No, never. They figured out a way to activate the card, like select and activate the cards without even having them unlocked. So you can just have whatever set you want from the start. They also figured out a way to combine wrong cards and also have 2 different sets of cards activated at once.
Jeez.
Yeah, that game's pretty broken. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, you can only account for so much when you're working with like maybe 1 meg cartridge.
Yeah, they're hella small.
And I can't believe I played all of Pokemon Ruby on one of those.
Well, that was a Game Boy Advance, slightly bigger, but yeah. It had basically two worlds on it. That was crazy. Oh no, I'm thinking of Gold and Silver, but still.
Yeah, Gold and Silver was Game Boy Color.
Yeah, even older.
Or I don't even think Gold and Silver were Game Boy Color. I don't think it was Color until Crystal.
They had color. They had Pikachu. Or Yellow.
Oh. Yeah. I was just thinking of, like, Crystal was after they switched to the bulging out thumb grab. so that it wouldn't fit into the older model Game Boys.
Oh yeah, that's so crummy.
Yeah, so it had to be Game Boy Color, and it couldn't fit into the old Game Boy. That's what they were outmoding. I guess just it was honestly, from a PR standpoint, cool. I don't respect PR standpoints by any means, but
we know.
Yeah. Fuck capitalism and everything it entails, but they were putting out their new game, and if it didn't fit into your OG Game Boy that wouldn't have been able to run it, you can't say, oh, it didn't run it. It just didn't fit. You gotta get the new thing.
Yep. That's capitalism,
which would be converse to the issues they're running into now, where they're putting out games that their console won't run.
Yeah.
Every console has run into that.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's been more prevalent recently.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the inequity of hardware.
Mm-hmm. We've kind of reached a slowing point on hardware upgrades and whatnot, like the actual chip processing power. There was a thing called Moore's Law where computational power would double every 2 years or 5 years, or I forget what the span is. Just in his rule, and I think it was indefinitely, and that is no longer the case because we've reached a limit of what are currently maybe mass-produced or something like that. We need to do quantum computing to be able to go faster.
Yeah. But we don't have a way of replicating that.
Not really, no. At least not at a consumer scale. Though they're getting there in general.
I mean, we'll have to, because I think this shortages, like this big chip shortage, are the thing that moves capitalism.
Innovation.
There's only, unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks that you have to have your back against the wall in order to get shit done.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get there because of it, I guess. And that's fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean that's why electric cars took off. Is because people started being like, oh, gas and global warming and whatnot. We probably should try to find something else.
But that's also why That's also why most of recycling ends up in a landfill anyway. Is because it's not cost efficient to actually recycle it.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, fuck it. And then no money gets put in recycling because it's not as popular because everything's getting thrown into a landfill.
Yep.
So it's about getting the people in charge concerned with the issue.
Yeah.
I feel like Elon Musk could have been that, but he has paper-thin skin, and then when he stopped being popular online for being a fucking union buster, he's like, who will accept me? Oh, the alt-right? Easy pickings.
The alt-right? They're alright.
Because I don't think he's brilliant by any means, but he had money to fund people to do smart things for him.
Yeah. That's all you need to even seem smart.
But you don't... I don't know, it's a complicated issue, because you don't want to coddle these fucking rich little trilobites.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think about capitalism?
Pain in the ass.
I agree.
I don't know. That stuff just always seems just irritate me. So I try not to think about it. I know that's a bad thing to say, not to think about it, but
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you have to engage with it at some point, but it's... If I had an answer for you, I'd give it to you. I go to therapy and... I don't know, it's... My therapist's advice to me lately has just been like, just be happier. Or,
Yeah, you know.
quit your job. And I'm
Can-
like,
Well, can I have your job?
you gonna pay me to quit my job?
Right.
'Cause so far I'm in front of the bill here.
Like, are you offering to be my sugar daddy or mommy? I think we'll have to also stop doing this whole therapy thing, so...
Conflict of interest, but
We could change that.
I think my mental health would be a lot greater
Yeah, so
if
I
I'm
mean...
just taken care of financially.
So, I mean, therapist, if you really want what's best for me, maybe you should just take me in.
Fund my lifestyle.
Yeah, don't even take me in. Just let me keep living what I'm doing.
I want to be the art gremlin in your Sims basement.
Exactly.
Can we bring back the days of, like, art patrons? Was that ever even actually a thing, or did I just get that from
That's-
Name of the Wind?
No, that's definitely been a thing.
Rich people fund my art. I guess that was the early stages before tax evasion was really a thing. That was the model that led to tax evasion. But in those days, it seemed like the rich people actually appreciated the art. Appreciating having somebody who could make a picture of you and your wife. Maybe make the lips look a little more plump and your ass look a little thicker. What are we sitting at time-wise?
But 15 minutes and 30 seconds.
There it goes. My mic was broken for a sec.
Well, stop that.
I did.
How are you going to give us points?
I mean, apparently you still heard me and they didn't.
I heard you just now.
Yeah, I fixed it. It's all good. We're Gucci.
Well, now I sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
How
Well,
do you plan to make up for that?
I could just mute myself again. You could sound crazy.
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh, well.
I've been on some hot takes this whole episode.
You know, give me another hot take. Just straight off the dome. Nothing lukewarm here.
Avatar?
The Last Airbender or the Blue People?
Blue people.
Okay.
Not worth all the money that was put into it.
Well, it's not. I think that's a lukewarm take, but because we all agree on that.
Okay.
I never liked
Hotter
the Avatar
takes.
movies.
Eric Andre doesn't... The Eric Andre show doesn't age well.
Huh. I haven't seen it. I can give you a hot take. I don't like the Tim and Eric shows.
I've grown to respect them more over time.
I mean, I'd try it again, but coming out, it just... The humor did not tickle me, and that's like humor that I usually really like.
Yeah. And see, I think that's one I've grown into. Be it through friends or just people I follow. Because it's very... There's an extra layer there that I didn't get when it was available to me.
I could see that. I have been watching a lot of I Think You Should Leave, which has at least one of them in it.
Yes.
And I think you should
And how
leave.
do you like that?
Oh, for the most part, it's great. The early stuff is a little rougher. But
Yeah. They've got some YouTube sketches out too.
that aren't on the show?
Yeah, like the ice cream truck. I
Oh,
don't know if you've seen that.
nope.
It was just an early Tim Robbins sketch. Because the way I've heard, I think you should leave described, is like SNL sketches that were too weird to be accepted.
I mean, that definitely is how it feels, but I also think it's funny unlike most of SNL, or at least modern.
Yeah, and so it's weird SNL, which is what makes it funny.
Yeah.
And so it's just like him taking one weird little thing of, like one weird little aspect and just taking it to the nth degree.
Yep, that's absolutely right. You can always, I like to, when I'm watching a new skit, try to pick out who's going to be the weirdo for this one. Because it's not always Tim Robinson. He plays a straight man.
Yeah. And that's super important.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I think it would get real dull really fast.
It definitely could, especially if he just pulls the same thing over and over. Like, he's really good at yelling, but he doesn't always yell.
Yeah. Like, I think the car pitch is such an iconic scene because he plays the straight man in it.
Yeah.
And the funny guy kind of wins the day.
There's
And that's a lot of what Eric Andre does. Like, he hires some really just out there people, like Russell Brand. I don't know if
yeah, I know.
you said you haven't seen Eric Andre's show, right?
I have.
You know Russell Brand from that show specifically?
No, not from the show specifically.
It's like, I think he's Indian. And he just wears suspenders and wild pants and drinks Jankum, I think.
That sounds that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. And so he just keeps introducing himself as Russell Brand. But they did the prank show on ABC, and it's Eric Andre, Johnny Knoxville, and a new actress who I wasn't familiar with prior. But Eric brings in somebody who you can tell is from like his camp of people as one of like the actors and also the MC of the show. Just because he's got that kind of bizarre delivery.
Right.
But, you're super happy to see him there and, kind of getting work.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have gotten work in, the normal Hollywood scene.
Yeah, there was this one guy that was a friend of his. I don't remember who or anything like that. The skit was
Hannibal Buress.
It was not Hannibal, I don't think, because he's bigger. But the skit was this robot that
Hannibal was Terminator.
So the conceit of the whole thing was the ghost of Christmas way future met Scrooge and took him to the year 3050 to defeat Mechaskeletor. So yeah,
And was it like a fucking with public bit or?
it was it's just so hard to describe.
If you can find it, send it to me.
Sure.
And send it to all of them.
Send it to everyone. Give me a second.
Merry Christmas from Mechaskeletor.
It was called Cyborg from Christmas in the future, or sorry, Christmas in 3050.
Eric Andre encounters a cyborg for Christmas 3050, or
Scrooge.
we lost you.
Scrooge.
Oh, Scrooge.
Yeah. There you go, chat. Enjoy. I've shared it with the world. You guys got about 7.5 minutes left.
Did you see the movie? I think it was like Bad Road Trip or something. Bad Trip, I think is just what it was called.
No, what is that?
It was Eric Andre's movie that he did for Netflix. It came out, like, they did all of production before COVID, and then I think it came out during COVID and kind of quashed their launch, but, you know, it was just, like, kind of Eric Andre skits built into a movie.
Like, just with the central framing device?
Yeah,
Huh.
So there were some kind of scripted scenes, but none of the ones that involved, you know, the public.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of, you know, kind of messing with the public scenes.
Yeah, sort of like what Sacha Baron Cohen does.
Yeah. And it was really good. They had some really great actors. I was kind of bummed Hannibal wasn't in it, just because I love Hannibal as an actor. But, you know, he kind of got out of that scene.
Was there like a blow up or something, or was he just done?
I think he was just focusing on stand-up and other parts of his career. I don't know anything outside of that.
That reminds me, I gotta check out and see what Dolph Ziggler's doing. He was
what's going on there?
Oh, he was released from WWE.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they released a bunch of people, just a bunch of people, and that one was probably, for me at least, the craziest because he was a company man for like decades.
That's wild. Feel bad that I haven't been super up on things lately.
Oh, it's
in
okay.
That scene. Because I popped on Instagram for the first time in a long time today, and I saw a picture of Mick Foley with Ruby Soho. I'm just like, oh, that is precious.
I love Ruby Soho. She's great.
Oh yeah, Ruby Soho fucking rules, and it seems like Mick Foley's just a really genuinely good dude.
He's always seemed like a pretty cool dude. Just very genuine.
Yeah, and I mean that was weird, kind of seeing his character growing up, and then, you know, realizing it was in fact a character, because I came up in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
So he was Mankind, and he was ripping people's mouths open with a sock.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to see.
Apparently, Ziggler said that he's not done, and he's finally going to get to show the world like his real talent and whatnot, which of course is just PR hyping. But it's good to see that he's not done. I fully thought that there was a chance he could go and focus on his stand-up.
Go to Wrestle Mountain.
Go to Wrestle Mountain. Go to. I honestly hope. At first, I really wanted him to go to AEW because I love AEW. They've got enough star power and whatnot. I think Thor and I were talking. He'd probably do best trying to go to Bullet Club in New Japan.
Oh yeah.
He could even run Bullet Club, in my opinion. Maybe that's just me talking. I would love for him to have, like, you know how, like, Cody, who was previously Stardust, went to AEW and became, like, a real big deal?
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that happens.
Stardust was always incredible, just down for the bit, whatever.
He fucking hated playing Stardust.
Oh, I bet.
Because Stardust is just kind of a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke character, but Vince McMahon only sees the world through cartoon vision.
Well, luckily Vince is out too.
Is he back out? I thought he got back in.
No, he sold WWE.
Yeah, because I thought,
Fucking,
it wasn't the Hardys, was it?
InGamer bought it. Or Endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're I think I read that they were halfway, like, not combining it with UFC, but definitely you're going to see more crossover.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm not hyped.
I thought the McMahons got back involved somehow.
They did. There was some sort of loophole clause that he pulled to get back in charge or something.
Yeah, so if he could actually take the contract from the top of a ladder.
Yeah, they put Vince in a ladder match for the contract.
All right, old man. You set all these up. Let's see if you can actually hold yourself.
He fucking rips off his suit and he bulks up like Roshi. I really want to see a picture of Vince bulked up like Roshi.
Do it for 6 minutes.
Yep.
Are we at time left? That stream froze.
You were at 55 seconds.
Alright, well I think I'll just hold it here and put on some touches.
Sure. Sounds good. I've been standing up for the last, like, 20 minutes of this one. It's actually pretty refreshing, standing up to do these.
This, or?
No, I was getting sleepy.
Ah. I wish I could stand and draw. No, actually,
You could.
I take that back.
You don't want to.
I retract that statement.
Unless you had, like, a standing desk.
Drawing and talking is already just so much, like...
So much split
mental
attention.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta take in the spice, baby.
Skooma?
Really up my mental acuity.
What kind of spice are we talking?
From Dune.
Oh. I haven't seen a red Dune.
There's... The reason the desert planet is so... like... important is that it provides spice, which ups mental acuity and allows people to be like human computers.
Oh,
which is really important because it's the only way space travel works, because there was a computer uprising that was quelled by the humans, so they're not allowed to have thinking machines anymore.
Yeah, so the world is run on Adderall.
Yes.
Okay. They have Adderall computers.
Yes.
Neat.
They're called Mentats, which is where the name from
Mentos.
Fallout comes from.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Well, fellas, guess what? That's time.
Ah, jeez.
It's okay. I'll have Joe go first. Joe, tell me about yours.
Well, what we have here is like a sort of Iron Maiden monster, like from gelatinous form, just kind of took over this Iron Maiden and like made his own little
That
giant like
doesn't
mouth.
look like Eddie at all.
Eddie's
Yeah,
really
I know.
let himself go. Dope.
I do love that though. That's cool. I like how you included like the spices teeth.
Now, I know this is kind of
Very
a weird
mimicky.
question. What do they look like when they're just like sitting there before they get like aggroed and wake up?
I feel like it's like they're sitting there, like it's just a pile of like this Iron Maiden just sitting on a pile of mush, kind of. But then like you go to like mess around with it or like agitate it, and it just all of a sudden the body just forms out of this mush, and the door opens up. He's giant eye.
Like say that the you know how like in Castlevania there are like torches that you can break to get magic or weapons or stuff. There could be like other similar Iron Maiden like chests or something, so it could sort of function like a mimic.
Yeah, that's true. That's it.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it. Travis, did you have anything else about it?
About
yeah, because I'd cut you off.
Oh no, I got mine out.
Okay. Well, in that case, tell me about your piece.
So I got a guillotine, and so I figured the arms would be like the braces on either side of the blade. And in the game, because it's a side scroller, you would see this from the side, and it would use those arms to kind of move back and forth while the spine's
cool.
kind of implanted in the ground.
So it's sort of crab walk.
Keep trying to drop the guillotine on you. Yeah.
Neat.
Kind of like a... I'm trying to think of a specific boss, but like any number of Metroidvania bosses that kind of sit in one spot, but have like a bigger part of their body that moves back and forth.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it does that, and then it has, a few extra moves when it gets low on health. And I'll tell you about those when you get a low on health.
Well, luckily...
Not because I haven't thought of them.
Well, luckily I'm an epic gamer, and I'm never gonna get hit.
No hit speed run.
That's right. Dope. I love both of these. I think you guys knocked them out.
Oh, yeah.
Full ass points. Travis, you're at 28.
Yeah.
And Joe, you're at 19.
I'm down. That's awesome. Thank you.
My ass is full of points.
Yeah, you're thick with points.
Can't even sneak around because all these points clapping around in my cheeks.
You've alerted the guards, Travis. What will you do next?
Sounds like a boggle cube down there.
Oh man, that was fun. Good job, Travis. You're the winner. What are you gonna do next?
Great episode. I guess I'm gonna watch Mad Gods by Phil Tippett.
That's the spirit. Everyone, go watch Mad Gods by Phil Tippett.